Just wait until you see the nominees. Plus, Steps turnaround 3. It got Golden State back in the win column. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Box Seats. This is the show where we talk about sports with comedians. And we get the show started off with, of course, some great topics and talk about, we're getting ready to lead into, let's see, what day is today? We're getting ready to lead into, the show about the weekend, talking about some of the NFL games this weekend. Let me bring in a comedian that one of my good friends, my man, Mr. Mo. What's happening, bro? How you
What's
doing,
going on? What's going on out there? Box Seats, Frank, what's happening?
Not, man. I'm trying to make sure that I'm on the air on Instagram. I'm trying to make sure I got that rolling. So while we wait for Dave, Rodney Perry, let me let these guys know that we on. So I got to make sure that we on. Let me see, Showtime. Here comes Dave right now. Getting ready to bring him in the state. Mr. The Business Bully's in the building. How you doing, bro?
Oh man,
yeah, buddy.
How you doing, bro?
Listen, I'm doing what he says. I'm sitting my ass down. Doing well. I'm doing well. Happy to be here to talk some nonsense.
Yeah, because we got a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to cover, man. And I'm sitting here trying to figure out because I have such great topics I want to talk about today. Today's Thursday. It's one day before the weekend. I got some topics about the NFL I want to cover. I want some topics about the NBA I want to cover. So I'm going to start out with the NFL because we talked about in the last couple of days, we talked about our picks. I'm going to go over the picks at the end of this conversation. But what I want to start out with, and I'm going to start out with you, Mo. You were here. You and I were talking a little bit about this. I saw a question today on what was the name of the show? First Take. I love this question. The question is, what would be a better story? The Kansas City Chiefs having a three-peat or Lamar Jackson getting his first ring? I can't wait to discuss this because I know what I would say. And I heard one of their responses earlier today. It is very interesting to me. So to me, Mo, better three-peat or Lamar Jackson getting his first ring? What you think is a better story?
You know what? I think it's 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. But if I had to choose one, it would be Lamar Jackson. Because we've been waiting for this and rooting for him for a long time. And he went against all the odds. He came into the league. They said he wasn't supposed to be a quarterback. He was supposed to play another position. And then when he played quarterback, they say he's not accurate. He can't throw the ball. He don't know how to do it. Stayed in the pocket. He defied everything that they said he couldn't do. And the only thing he hasn't done is win the NFL Super Bowl ring.
Thanks to Rodney Perry for joining the show. Rodney Perry, bro, thanks for joining the show, man. How you doing, Rodney? How's everything? I see you here.
I'm great, guys. I'm great. I just came in here. Y'all talking about?
Yeah, I'll fill you in on what we talk about just a second, Rodney. I'm gonna hit you up with that in just 1 second. As a matter of fact, I think you're gonna hear it because I'm gonna ask Dave. Dave,
yes, sir.
Better story. I heard it from First Take this morning. Lamar Jackson winning his first ring, or the Kansas City Chiefs three-peating?
Okay, Frank, let's just be honest here. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs is a phenomenal franchise. They have done amazing things, and a three-peat would be historic. But Lamar Jackson getting his first championship ring, that's like waiting for your cousin to stop making mixtapes in your auntie's basement. Like, we have been waiting for this for quite some time, and I'm ready for
it. Interesting take on that. I see where he's going with that. Rodney Perry, better story, three-peat for Kansas City Chiefs or Lamar Jackson winning his first ring?
What's a better story?
Yeah, what would be a better story? Like, what do you think is exciting to fans more? Do you think the fans overall want to see Lamar Jackson win his first ring, or do you think the fans overall want to see Kansas City Chiefs get a three-peat?
I think more people want to see Kansas City Chiefs get a three-peat. Me personally, it's hard not to put your personal thoughts on this, and I'm rooting for Lamar Jackson, man. But if the Kansas City Chiefs win again, that's unheard of in professional football, and that becomes a very big story, very big deal.
Now, my take on this real quickly. My take is really simple. I think I have to agree with Rodney. I think more people are interested on seeing Kansas City Chiefs because it's more overall. But you guys can't tell me Lamar Jackson winning his first one when everybody was dogging him, talking about he can't do this, he can't do that, he can't play this position. You know what I mean? You guys can't tell me that's a lot better to me because, black man being able to do some stuff that he was 30. This is what everybody keeps, I think people overlooking. He was picked 32nd in the first round. 30, you know what I mean? 31 teams in front of him said, nah, I don't want him because he's a dual threat and he can't decide on what he wants to play. He might be a wide receiver, he might be a quarterback, but he ain't that good. This dude has now won 2 MVPs, about to get his third. And if he wins a Super Bowl ring, like 31 teams got it wrong. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
That's a great point, Frank. The question is, personally, get the MVP and win a Super Bowl. But the reality is how the world is gonna look at it. The world would look. You see, we watch Kansas City get calls all year.
Right.
The league is obviously skewed their way. So, the world is gonna be way more happy with Kansas City getting a win. Other than that, they need a win and some Gates barbecue.
See, there you go. There you go with that. All right, so now and with the regular picks, I want to get into the picks because you guys weren't here for the last couple of days. We were picking the picks and everything else. So Mo, I'm gonna give you the first thing up before we get into the picks. The main topic everybody's talking about today is Pete Carroll. Look like he's gonna line up and get an interview with the Dallas Cowboys. I'm looking at this like I don't think Pete Carroll's a good fit for the Dallas Cowboys. I think Deion Sanders is a better fit. But people are talking about Deion consistently with the Cowboys. And I think they should get Ben Johnson or, make some kind of different splash. I don't know. You think you like Pete Carroll at the Dallas Cowboys, Mo?
Well, look, we got to understand this is Dallas we're talking about. Dallas never goes with the good fit for Dallas. Dallas goes with the good fit for Jerry Jones. Deion is not a good fit for Jerry Jones. Pete Carroll is a good fit for Jerry Jones. And that's why Pete Carroll probably get the job over Deion, because they know Pete Carroll going to sit back and do whatever they tell him to do. Deion ain't going for that. He prime time for a reason. Let's stop wondering what Dallas is going to do. They're going to do the dumbest thing ever. They're going to do whatever they can do to mess it up.
Well, and Dave, to keep the conversation going, everything Mo said is 100%. It's like they want a yes man to come in. And I don't know if Deion's going to be the yes man, but Pete Carroll probably definitely will be the yes man. I don't know, Dave.
Listen, I've had many conversations with Jerry Jones, and he's an old man. And he likes things a certain way, and he has a certain level of nostalgia. With that, you would think he would go for Deion, but no. What he's trying to do is recreate the 90s. What's next? He gonna get Blockbuster to sponsor the arena? Like, at this point, Pete Carroll? Like, what's gonna happen? Is he gonna chew more gum than Dak throws interceptions? I'm just curious to see how this is gonna play out.
Yeah, I am too. What's your thoughts, Roddy Perry?
You know what? When I'm thinking about Pete Carroll and Deion, I'm just reminded of how skinny Shut Your Mouth is today. And it's really between the bully and my man, Mr. Shut Your Mouth. I'm just telling y'all, this show is getting way too skinny, Frank. This show is getting way too skinny, man.
This is a fat-free show, Rodney. You need to get on board.
Hold on. I lost 25 pounds too, guys.
You're looking good.
I see you.
I see you, Rodney. That Rodney answered the question.
But to be honest, man, I think Jerry Jones likes more than he likes a yes man bully. Jerry Jones likes a flashy dude. He likes to flash, and I think because he likes to flash, and he likes Shador, and the other boy. I think that package makes Deion really a viable option.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think people are excited about that because of the possibility that it could bring more drama to it and everything else. So speaking of drama, Mo, Aaron Rodgers, set a little bit of ripples and waves and everything else because he said he's going to make a decision on what he's going to do with the New York Jets. Basically depending on who they get to be the coach or who they get to be the GM. And I think he's holding up, you're a New Yorker. I think he's holding up and strapping the organization. Like that's my opinion. I think he got to go. But, Aaron Rodgers to the New York Jets stand. What's your take on that, Mo?
Aaron Rodgers has been holding the New York Jets hostage for the past 3 years. He got them hostage without a gun. He's holding them hostage with a torn Achilles and an interception. That's what he's doing. That's how he's holding them hostage. And he's only saying that because he ain't relevant in the offseason right now. Nobody really cares what Aaron Rodgers is going to do like we used to care because he done screwed up once again.
Yeah,
He's trying to hold him hostage.
he has. But at the end of the day, let me ask you this, Dave. At the end of the day, some people look at it like it's a blessing, Dave. What you think?
First of all, Aaron Rodgers making the decision is like watching a bad season of The Bachelor. Will the Jets just give him a rose already and let's move the franchise forward?
Very straight to the point. Straight to the point.
That's all I got.
Straight to the point. Right, Rodney Perry, what you think?
I think Aaron Rodgers is 1,000 years old. It's time for Aaron Rodgers to go home. I'm so sick of Aaron Rodgers. He get on the field. We still think he got some time left, and then he get hurt immediately. Let me tell you something about this thing about Father Time. Father Time, unless you're talking about LeBron James, is undefeated. Father Time is undefeated. Aaron Rodgers ain't played a good game in 4 years. And nobody want to talk about it. No, we all want to remember what the Aaron Rodgers was. But ever since he left Green Bay, he left his mojo in Green Bay.
He sure did. You hear what Rodney Perry said? He did. He left it in Green Bay. He's playing horrible football. Speaking of playing horrible football, we got to just now talk about one other person who literally made himself really horrible. That's Mike McCarthy on his way out from the Dallas Cowboys. It looked like people are saying today, I saw on a couple of boards today, that he might sign on as the head coach of the Bears. And you know Rodney Perry going to have an issue with that. Yeah, I can't wait to ask what Rodney will. But I'm going to start with you, Mo. Mike McCarthy signing on for the Bears.
You know what? I don't know. It baffles me how you could be in the NFL and just screw up job after job and still get another job somewhere else. Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl ring off of somebody else's team, but he rode that wave and then went into Dallas. He's produced games, but he's not producing chips. You know, there's a difference between being a game-winning coach and a championship coach. He's a game-winning coach. He ain't a championship coach. And to go to Chicago, I wouldn't be surprised, because the only other buffoonery that goes on in the NFL other than Dallas has been Chicago.
But Mo's wrong on that one, Dave, in one sense. Mike McCarthy does have a Super Bowl ring. He unlike a lot of people, he can walk around, Dave, and say, you know what, I got a Super Bowl ring. He just ain't got a Super Bowl ring in Dallas. You know what I mean? So again, question is, do you think it's a good alignment to go out to the Bears and then to get the Bears to get, trying to line up? Because they got Caleb Williams now. They got some stuff over there. You know what I mean?
With all due respect, Frank, the water boy for the Kansas City Chiefs also has a ring. But if Mike McCarthy goes to the Bears, you can expect them to lead the league in two things: timeouts wasted and fans drinking early. So immediately no.
Okay. All right. Now the Bears fan of the bunch with the dope hat on. Rodney, can I see the hat? Can you do one of these? Let me. That is dope. What? Like, Rodney, you killing him today, boy. Where you get that hat from? Where you get that hat from?
This is a Stetson right here. This you can go on Amazon and buy this if you need to.
No, you
but the question about the Bears, to be honest, Dallas was Dallas before Mike McCarthy got there. They have really lowered his stock. And for him to even get a job is a good thing for him and his family. But I'm not mad at Mike McCarthy. Because like Mo said, that Chicago's dysfunctional already.
Right.
So why not? What we need to do is get somebody to give me some linemen in there. So whoever the quarterback is, stay off the damn ground.
100. When he put his hat on, Mo, he was killing him, and he killed it with the knot. Look how Roddy looking at us too. Like, look at that. Like, y'all best to know what. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna come back and make sure we do our picks. I'm gonna take. We got to come back and get the NFL picks in a second. But here's another topic, and I can't wait to ask you all this question, because at the end of the day, it's a very interesting topic. I saw it today on the news, and my man Kev hit me up with this topic. Maverick Carter is in talks with a lot of billionaires to start a league, right? A league, an overseas league that he wants to be compatible with the NBA. And I thought this was amazing, because if you're sitting at home and you ain't paying attention, the European leagues, they just play in Europe. The Asian league just plays in Asia. You know what I mean? And then you have the African league that just plays in Africa. But what's happening now is Maverick Carter is running LeBron James's company. Make sure you all understand this. Is getting ready to create a league that's a worldwide league where people from all over the world will be in one league. And he wants to make that be the league that it can ultimately attached to the NBA. What you think about that, Mo, when you hear about all those facts? Because those are facts.
I think it's dope. I think it's cool because you hear a lot of people that international players say to the NBA, how are you the world champs when you only played in America?
Right.
You only played the American team, so you can't be the world champ. I'm just trying to figure out, how do they put this together? Like me and you was talking, how do they do the travel? And honestly, I mean, don't they have that already? Isn't it called the Olympics when they all come together and play each other?
Boy, that's every 4 years. They talk
Right,
about
but it's hard. It would be hard to get all those countries that travel. I understand we was talking about a hub and playing in like a specific location. I just think it would be way more work than it would be outcome. Way more work than it would be profit for that to happen.
Okay. All right, Dave, I don't necessarily agree with what Mo said, which you're the business bully of the bunch. How do you see it? If Matt Carter putting together, he's getting $5 billion. He's advising for $5 billion. They're going to put this together to be able to organize people from all over the world to come together in one hub and play basketball and then crown a winner.
Frank, this is a logistical nightmare. We're talking about a $5 billion international league. This is like somebody decided to smoke the wrong type of weed with the horrible strain and just watched Squid Game and said, you know what? Basketball version, but let's make it rich. No, this is an ultimate traveling violation, Frank, and I'm not going to endorse any part of this. I'm not really thrilled. No.
Rodney Perry, I think it's doable because they do it for the Olympics. Instead of doing it every 4 years, just do it every year. Have everybody come from all over the world, play in a 30-day window, a 60-day window, a 90-day window, sit in one hub and play. What you think, Rodney?
I mean, maybe if you do like a tournament like they do the in-game, the in-season tournament, maybe if it's a tournament and it's one place and you field the best team out of each area. But again, that's the Olympics. And Olympics, the Olympics play every year. They play, we only see it every 4 years because that's the Olympics, but they play international play all year round. But how about this? The best players in the world are in America. The NBA is the benchmark. They say that they're the world's best because it don't start till you get the worst player in the NBA is better than everybody else in the world.
Supposedly,
everybody. So, but we're seeing our European players coming in, Jokovic, your boy in Dallas coming in and being so awesome, and they think it's like 50 more of them. It ain't.
Ain't 50 more jokers.
It ain't 50 more. We saw in the Olympics, they got their ass tore off.
What happened to their ass, Rodney?
It got tore off.
Okay, I think Rodney, I don't think anybody heard you in the back. I think you need to just tell them.
I was trying to say they got their ass tore off.
Rodney making his point, coming home, bringing it down home. Rodney, you made a great point. Mo, I'm gonna keep this story. Actually, I'm gonna move on to the next story, even because Rodney told everybody to ask. He hit it home. The next topic, man, I got to talk to you all about this is women referees. And I'm bringing this up because of a purpose. Last night, the Pacers, Benedict Mathurin, he got suspended one game for making contact with an official. He clapped in her face. He bumped into her. And over the past few years, we've seen multiple players getting suspended for bumping into refs like DeJounte Murray and Grant Williams and everything else. But here's the trend that people aren't talking about, bro, is they're making more contact with the women referees in the league. You know what I mean? And they're getting a little bit more physical, and it's like they keep pushing the envelope. So I don't know if I'm liking the women and the referees because the men and these young guys and the ref, they trying to push the envelope, and I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do to women in the league. I don't know. I'm all over the place with this. I'm just not liking what I'm seeing right now. Mo, what you think about the women referees in the league catching it? He basically physical, you know what I mean? He bumped into her. Grant Williams bumped into a ref. There was a woman referee. A couple of other players who bumped. They've been physical. That's not out and out hitting them or nothing like that. But hit some contact. What you think, Mo?
Yeah. When they start in Massachusetts, if you hit a woman, it's called 209A. That is the legal term for a domestic dispute. Now, that's what's going to start happening. They're going to start 209A and the players running up on these women in the league. The women deserve to be referees. They put in the work. All they gotta do to run up and down ain't no different than any other game and make the proper call. If you start going against the women, they're gonna start hitting these cats with 209As, domestic dispute, and then they'll learn their lesson. No more technical fouls, straight to the courtroom.
Woo! Dave, he might be sitting on a point right there with that one.
I just want to know, is he going to law school at night or has he had too many 209As? Because Mo rattled that off real too quick. Like he Matlock on a budget. Like, what's going on? Frank, listen, I co-sign all that, but my question to you is, if women refs aren't a good idea,
I'm not saying they're not a good idea. I'm just saying,
give me some latitude to line my plane here. Like, I think it's a phenomenal idea because they've got the patient for Draymond Green's bitch assness and all his complaints. That man stays in everybody's ear.
Damn.
I'm sorry, did I lie?
Damn.
The floor is still yours, Dave. The floor is still yours.
So, like, let's be real. If women can keep toddlers from destroying a house, they can handle 10 grown men chasing the ball without breaking a sweat. I don't really see this being an issue. First of all, we keep talking about how we want to be equal and fair and this, that, and the third, right? Women want equal rights, and sometimes you want to get an equal left. If you're standing there and if you're doing your job as a ref, you're in the action anyway, so you're bound to get hit. Am I wrong?
Equal rights.
Equal left?
Rodney Perry, you hear what he said? Equal right, and you're going to get an equal left.
That was absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant, Dave. Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. All right. So we've seen this. I don't think it's a male or a female thing. You can't put your hands on no ref. Period. Like, I've seen refs take dudes up, eject dudes for just looking at them. Intimidation. Like, guys intimidating them. So the fact of the matter is, the fact that we're even talking about this means that the females on the court is an anomaly. And we also see females in the football game as well, refereeing the football game. Mm-hmm. And so it's here to stay. Get used to it. And, ma'am, tie your breasts down because it's going to get dangerous out there.
Wow. But, Rodney, none of you all have addressed the fact that it's a woman. Are these guys taking advantage because they know it's a woman referee? You know what I mean?
I would say no. I think they would take advantage of anybody if they perceive weakness. And that's not, it's probably not women, it's probably that woman.
That particular woman. Okay.
That particular woman.
Frank,
all right.
Before you move on, Frank, I just figured out how to solve this problem. See, I'm a businessman, Frank. I think you guys forget I'm a businessman. So I looked at this from a logistical standpoint. What we need to do is stop getting these weak little waifs and whatnot who are built like Mo's new body. And we need to go get all the big back, slack jawed, bingo wing having, chili pot cooking mamas off of driving the bus and then help them see whether or not these basketball players are driving the lane. If you get those big backs, I'm talking about them Harry and the Henderson grape ape types, then you're not gonna have an issue.
Wow.
You can't put them.
That's borderline.
They can't run the court, bully. They can't run the court.
Yeah, they can't run, bully. What is wrong with you?
And Rodney, here's one thing that Dave didn't address either. That if a young boy talk disrespectful to a woman referee, that like he's described, they're gonna get slapped. They're gonna get slapped on the court.
For sure. Matter of fact, I got slapped earlier today from a big back girl with a bingo win.
What they gotta do is put a row of church women so that if you do something and then they get the evil eye from the church women, that'll calm down the players because everybody had to go to church. Don't nobody mess with church nannies.
Since we making stupid suggestions, why don't we let the lunch lady run the concession stand?
She does. I work with her at TD Garden. She does. That's her second job.
No, listen, I got this call.
And since we're making stupid suggestions, why don't we just have some of the women sitting in the row give that evil eye? Because everybody got that mama with the evil eye. You know what I mean? Like, what?
Or we can have all strippers come in and referee.
Nobody's playing the game.
But wait a minute. Or I can take the time and plug my show, Dysfunctional Referee, on Instagram right now. Catch my new episode 3, coming out in a few days. Yes. Dysfunctional Referee.
Now you got everybody getting ready to plug their shows. Thanks a lot.
Since we plugging shows, Rodney Perry's brand new podcast, Comedy and Crime, It started Tuesday, and we about to get picked up, man. Super excited. National sponsor. It's gonna be hot.
No,
But my show is about referees. My show is about referees, so it went with the topic.
Don't nobody give a damn.
I'll solve the problem here, Frank. I got a better suggestion, okay? Instead of the slack-jawed North American big backs with the bingo wings, what we do is we get a crack team of actual female refs that can't be pushed around. So here's my starting three, because I feel like you need a good starting three, and then everybody else will join in, right? First one off top, gotta be Tyler Perry as Medea.
Wow.
Second one, Ricky Smiley. I mean, let's face it, he got more kids he ain't know about, so he probably needs the extra check. And then finally, Larry Johnson. Bring grandmama out of retirement. You ain't got no problems.
What? I love that. That you hit him up like 1, 2, 3. Rod, you hear that? 1, 2, 3.
I'm not mad. It's trans. They transes, and we got to recognize them as women. I got it. I like that. But
when is Rick? I mean, think about it. When is Ricky Smiley ever identified as a man?
Ooh,
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that, Bully.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that one.
Renee, who's
I don't like you bringing your beef with Ricky on the show.
That was a beef. That was a very well-timed joke, Rodney.
It was. But shout out to Renee, who's out watching this show. She said that y'all could hire me. So she said, you know what? They should hire me.
How big is her back, Frank?
Listen, Renee will slap the cold piss out of a lot of y'all. Renee will be like, what? And she throw her hand like this. And what? Don't get her started. Don't get her started. All right, let me move on, man. Let me move on to the next topic. And this is what I found very interesting because I saw this today also in the news. I'm going to start out with you, Mo. And Adam Silver came out and said that he is literally going to address the three-point shooting in the NBA because he thinks it is literally affecting the games. It is. But now he wants to tweak the threes, which I don't know if he should or shouldn't. What's your thoughts on this, Mo?
They doing too much over in the NBA. They just doing too much, man. They changing the formats. They got the in-game tournament. Now they changing the format to the All-Star game. Now they want to tweak the three-point. They want to make a worldwide international league. They doing too much over there, man. Too much. It's Adam Silver need to relax, man, and chill. Like, I mean, I know he getting his hustle on and trying to keep irons in different fires, but they doing too much over there in the NBA. They got women referees. Focus on the women referees being abused before you want to start talking about the three-point line.
Well, you on that point with that. But Dave, the NBA teams are starting to average between 55 and 65 shots, three-point shotters. There's some teams like the Celtics. My team, I love the Celtics. They take more threes than they take twos. You know what I mean? And now a lot of people are saying Cleveland Cavaliers are doing that now. The Knicks, Cleveland doing that. But what they're not saying is, the teams that are winning, that are top, winning in the league 1, 2, and 3 right now are also taking the most three-point shots. You know what I mean? So right. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Again, Frank, I'm a businessman, so I have to look at this from a business perspective. If you've only got a couple of teams that are really good at shooting three-pointers, then the only thing you can do is level the playing field to make it more even for absolutely everybody. So my first suggestion is that we have Steph Curry take up knitting, right? Then after that, I think for the entire NBA, I think we just make the ball heavier, Frank. Let's see you shoot the lights out then, Steph. Let's see how well your Boston Celtics do then, Frank. I just think that's the only thing left for us to do. Just make the ball heavier, and then we'll go from there. Because, I mean, let's face it, you're not shooting well if your balls are heavy. Wait. I'm going to get back to you.
That's a fact.
Man.
That's an absolute fact. That is a fact. Yeah.
I don't know how you follow that, Rodney. But what's your thoughts on?
Hey, you know what? The Bully has a point. That's an absolute fact. I'm a ex-basketball player myself, and right before I had my children out. And anyway, here goes. There's that conversation has been a real conversation for quite some time. And you know what they're talking about doing? They're talking about eliminating the corner three, which is the easiest three on the court. So they want to take the three-point line from the top of the key, right, and let that extend all the way out to the sideline. And so I like that. I like that tweak, man. I think that's a good tweak. Take the corner three away, and because that's where a lot of threes are shot nowadays. And analytics says a 2-point shot is a bad shot. You know, because you just got more chances to win with a three. I'm not mad at the three. I like the 3-point game. I like Steph Curry. I like people like Steph Curry, and it does need to be tweaked though. And you eliminate that corner three. I think that's the tweak it needs.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just extending the line and getting rid of the corner three. You
Yeah.
for that?
So the line extend all the way like the top of the key, like almost like not half court, but like mid court, almost straight across. And then so everybody is back. Everybody back there.
Mm-hmm.
So the corner three be gone. All that's twos inside of there.
But they already shooting from half court and hitting. If you
Oh
extend it,
no, you can't do nothing about Steph Curry, but it eliminates most threes come from the corner. Swing, shot. Swing, shot.
right? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Okay. All right.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard they're gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing a couple of things too, so I'm not mad at any of those things. But anyway, let's keep the show rolling on. How far away is Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs from winning the NBA title? Because we talked at the beginning of the week and everything else that Victor Wembanyama is trying to be the face of the league, even though he got dunked on in his face a couple of days ago, or was by Ja Morant. How far away you think the San Antonio Spurs are, Mo?
They're a good piece away. They good. They not. It's not like they need one or two pieces down there, and then all of a sudden they got a championship team. Don't get me wrong. They got the right player with Victor, and Victor got the right coach with Popovich, but they got a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? San Antonio was once the team to be at in the NBA, and then they're not there no more. They gotta wait their turn. They got a long way to go down there in San Antonio.
Okay, I don't necessarily agree with that, Dave. I think they're about 3 years away and they got some money they can move stuff, and the Popovich is doing it. What's your take on this, Dave? How many years do you think San Antonio Spurs are away from winning the NBA championship?
I will tell you what's closer. The Riverwalk being flooded with champagne. They haven't even built the cork yet for it, Frank. I just don't see it happen. The Spurs of Wembley is like a gourmet meal. It's still missing a few ingredients, but I mean, the chef, Pop, can work wonders with what's in the pantry. I mean, anything's possible, but yeah. No.
Okay. All right.
No.
Mr. Rodney Perry, you got a take on this, I'm sure.
Yeah, everybody's excited about this young man, man. I don't think he's the player, the player of the future. I mean, he's just not athletic enough for me. I mean, the guys that we've seen in the past that have been, the heir apparent or the next blah 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 have all been super athletic. And he's just not athletic enough for me personally. LeBron is crazy athletic. Jordan was crazy athletic. Even Kobe is crazy athletic. And so seeing that, I don't think he's the guy. I do like Ja Morant. If he could stay out of jail, he could have been the guy. But he messed it up.
Yeah, he did. He did. And speaking of messing it up and not messing it up, and keeping things right and keeping things left, Donovan Mitchell got the best season he's ever had. He on a team right now, Cleveland Cavaliers. They are 29-4. Yeah, they're 29-4.
Yeah.
And people are talking today. I heard a couple of topics today that these boys, Mo, are literally putting together a championship run. And do you think it's the championship run right here, Mo? You think,
No.
Okay.
It's not it's a good season run.
Great season.
Yeah, it's a great, I'll give you that. It's a great season run. But all that the game that they're playing now changes once the playoffs start. So a whole different animal, whole different beast. They're gonna shrink that court. It's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the same.
You sure that's not your New York Knicks hate coming out from that? You sure that's
No, it ain't my New York Knicks hate. Because how many times have we seen teams that went on, other than Golden State and the Bulls, who went on great runs and won the championship? What other teams were they that went on runs like that had great seasons and won? I remember a long time ago, the Seattle Supersonics had that great team when they played the Bulls, and everybody thought they were going to be that team. Nope.
Yeah.
We see that a lot in the NBA. Teams go on great runs during the season, but when the playoffs come, it's a whole different animal.
Okay, Dave, do you agree, disagree? Because right now, they on pace. Yeah, they on pace to surpass 70+ wins. You know what I mean? And it has nothing to do with LeBron James. He's not even in the building.
See, this is sometimes why I regret losing so much weight, and I know Mo feels the same way. Just because in a sitting we have surpassed 70+ chicken wings does not necessarily mean that we're culinary experts, Frank. Sometimes you just get on a tear. It could be the way the season goes. It could be the strength and conditioning coaches. You could just have a couple of good pieces in place. But I think everybody needs to calm down. Because I don't want y'all to be out here like how Van Jones was like, you're going to see everybody say protect these sisters and Kamala's going to win by a landslide. Calm down. Calm down. Let's see where the season takes us. Good season, yes. Something to build on for next year, absolutely. But let's be a little bit conservative on this.
Let me ask the other NBA expert and the planner. Do you think Cleveland is on, even though they're on pace to get 70 wins, Rodney? Do you think that Donovan Mitchell gonna get them to the NBA Finals and win the championship?
Hey, man, I really like Donovan Mitchell. He's a great player. We've been seeing him show signs of greatness for the past 5 years, and he's finally arriving. But he gonna ride without the rest of them boys. You understand me? Cleveland is still Cleveland. I mean, it took the sheer will of the great LeBron James to will them guys to a championship, and he had something else at stake. He had his home team. He's from Akron, Ohio. He had all that, and I don't think Donovan has enough of that to fight off the rest of the league. I don't think he has it. But I like Cleveland. I like what they're doing. They look great doing it. And they're good, but they're not great.
Interesting. All right, I'm bouncing around again. I'm gonna bounce back to the NFL because I want to get our picks before we obviously get up out of here. I want to make sure I get everybody's picks for the weekend. And I got the teams in front of me of who's gonna do what and what I'm excited about. My most excited game I'm looking forward to is Buffalo versus the Baltimore, and that's the only game the whole weekend. I have no idea who's going.
That's a Super Bowl as far as I'm concerned. It's
me too. That's a Super Bowl as far as I can. Because I have no idea who's going to win. But if I had to put money on the game right now, I think Baltimore is going to win by a slim margin. That's what I think. Mo, what you got? Buffalo? You got Baltimore? Who you got?
I got Baltimore. But my question is, whoever loses, are they going to keep the quarterback and the coach? Because each one of them have been trying to get through the AFC to get to the big dance, and both teams have been let down every year. Whichever team loses, does the quarterback and the coach get shipped out? I got Baltimore.
No, I don't think neither one of them coaches is on the hot seat at all. I don't think so at all. But I understand what your point is. I get your point, Dave. Let me ask you, man. Like there's an MVP race that's going on too. People gonna be looking at Lamar Jackson. People gonna be looking at people looking at everything from this. Again, This is the only team. I mean, the only game this weekend that I have no idea who's gonna win. But if I had to put money on it, I got Baltimore. You're a Philadelphia Eagle fan, so I know you got something in it too. But
yeah. I mean, Buffalo boasts Baltimore. It's like choosing between chicken wings and crab cakes. I'm sorry, all I've had is a protein shake today, and I'm
thinking about food again.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So, but either way, everybody's eating good after the game. But Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson, it's like a Madden game in real life, but Lamar don't need the turbo button. So, anyway, you slice it. This is going to be some phenomenal football game of the week for me. I'm going Baltimore.
Yeah, that's the Super Bowl right there. I think Baltimore's going to take it. But Rodney Perry, it's really hard to beat a team twice in one season. You know what? Everybody seems to be overlooking that, and everybody's also overlooking Buffalo didn't have Amari Cooper. Buffalo's got some defensive players coming back. Buffalo got smacked last time. I don't know. What's your take on this, Rodney Perry?
Hey man, I think our great quarterback Lamar Jackson is really finding his way. I think he's arrived. I think he's paid his dues. He's lost enough, and this is his year. And now it's time for Buffalo to take a firm ass whooping, and it's gonna happen at the hand. It's not gonna be a close game either. I think Lamar Jackson and them boys come out there and put hands on the Buffalo Bills, and even if they don't, Buffalo gonna find a way to blow it.
What? You think so?
Buffalo is cursed.
Okay.
Buffalo is cursed. They lost 5 Super Bowls in a row. Buffalo it's just a bad city. And they got mad. I was on stage in Buffalo. I told them that. I said, y'all know y'all not gonna win. And they got mad and they turned on me. Really? But guess what? Guess what they didn't do? Win.
Right.
Boo now. You're still lost.
Yeah, boo, 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 boo. All right, now Dave ain't gonna like this. My next thing, so I'm gonna bring it up anyway. This is my upset of the week. I'm not feeling really good about the way the Eagles played last week. I'm not feeling any good about the way Jalen Hurts looked last week. I'm just not feeling good about the Eagles this week. They playing the Rams. The Rams look really, really good. They clicking on all cylinders. Mo, they got their wide receivers playing really, really good. The defensive front look really good. I got the Rams this week over the Eagles. And Mo, I need you to come on my island. Come on my island with me. What you think, Mo?
I
Yes,
got
Mo?
anybody against the Eagles. I got my grandmother against the Eagles. I got food stamps against the Eagles. I can't stand the Eagles. All right. Who cares about the Eagles except people in Philadelphia? Nobody. You don't even hear people talking about the Eagles outside of Philadelphia. The Eagles are so sorry. Pennsylvania said we need another team to offset that one. Let's go get the Steelers. Don't nobody care. I got whoever. I got me, you, and Rodney. And Rodney playing quarterback, you playing center, and me as running back to beat the Eagles.
I can't be the center. That's spoken like a really good, true Giants fan. Not that anybody would know. Not that anybody would know, right, Dave? Not anybody would know. Dave, I know you got the Eagles. So tell everybody out there why the Eagles gonna win.
Come on, man. First of all, even if we play bad, y'all act like we didn't win last week.
Okay.
We won last week. And here's the truth of the matter. Listen, Frank, you're right. There could be an upset. I will leave room for the possibility. But here's what you get messed up. You and that thin clone that's passing for Mo, like Gucci Mane is out here passing for Gucci Mane. You know, Gucci Mane got titties, but the new Gucci Mane ain't got no titties. But I'm going to tell you this. Philly fans do not need a win to celebrate. All we need is an excuse to flip over a car, and the Rams better hope it's not Stafford's rental.
I'm gonna leave you with this. I'm gonna leave you with this, Dave. I think the NFL wants the Rams to win too, because the Rams would then play the Detroit game. You know what I mean? The win of the Detroit game.
No, Frank.
They want that.
No, Frank. For 3 years I've been doing this show, and for 3 years y'all used to laugh me off of this daggone dais every time I said that the NFL is more predetermined than the WWE. Now it's the front office wants this, and the front office. I'm sorry, I did that wrong, Frank. I apologize. Well, the front office wants this, and the front office. And I've been looking, and they want, bro. It's all scripted.
Okay,
the fix is in.
Rodney Perry, you got to take on this, bro. What you think, man?
First of all, I'm going to Frank Epstein Island. You understand me?
Thank you for coming to my island.
Coming to the island, and I like the Eagles and I like the Rams, but I don't like neither one of them enough to really give a damn. So I'm gonna go with Frank and pick the Rams. How about this? It's 5 black quarterbacks in the playoffs.
Okay,
that's what I'm happy about.
Okay,
that's what I'm happy about. 5, ladies and gentlemen. They said we couldn't even play the position. They tried to make Lamar Jackson a wide receiver. This is a good thing for football. It's a good thing for blacks in America. And it's King's birthday coming up.
Okay, all right, okay. But you definitely standing on 10 toes down. That's going to be the Rams, right? Right, Rodney Perry?
I am, but I ain't excited about it.
Okay, well, are you excited about this one, Mo? And I'm going to come back to Rodney Perry, ask him this too, about the Chiefs playing the Houston. Are you excited about that? Houston Texans? Are you excited about that? Because that's my other upset. I'm standing 10 toes down on this one because everybody seems to be overlooking when the Chiefs played the Texans just a couple of weeks ago. They won by that much. It was really, really slim margin. They won by that much. And again, beating one team 2 times is really hard in the NFL. Mo, what's your take?
Yeah, I want the Texans to win. I really do. I mean, I have that as my upset. What's the quarterback? Stroud, CJ Stroud over there? Yeah, the boy. Listen, the boy has been doing wonders, and nobody expected this from him this time. He was setting it off last year. So is he just picking up where he left off at? And I'm gonna say this about Kansas City: they won all their games by this much this year. There has been no Kansas City, but what they lose only 1 or 2 games this year. So all their games have been close games. I think they run the gambit. That's it. Yeah. Houston gets it on.
Well, yeah, I think so too. But Dave, give me a reason why you think that the Kansas City Chiefs are. I don't want to put words in your mouth. What you think? Chiefs, Texans.
Bro, the Texans trying to stop Travis Kelce is just like Taylor Swift trying to stop the camera. It ain't gonna happen, bro. Like it's not going to happen. All right. So basically, this is how this is going to go. Right. The Chiefs are going to go through the Texans like a hot knife through butter, or like my old stomach. Yeah, I mean, through a couple of cheesesteaks. It's not going to be pretty, but everybody's going to be full, and you're going to get exactly what you came for.
Well, let me ask Mr. Get their ass tore off, Mr. Rodney Perry. Mr. Rodney Perry, who's going to get their ass tore off in this game? What's going to happen?
You know what? There won't be no asses toe.
Oh, okay. None.
There ain't gonna be no asses toe. This is the thing. I like Houston. I think they can upset Kansas City Chiefs, but you can't let them hang around. If it's a close game and Mahomes can get the ball in the waning moments of the game, he will win. Period. So I love the team speed of Houston. They're knocked down fast, and CJ Stroud could possibly win this game. I like Houston. I'm gonna pick Houston. I'm picking Houston. But if Houston allows Patrick Mahomes to hang around, he's gonna beat you.
It's Rodney Perry is on Frank Epstein Island. Y'all hear that? He's on Frank Epstein Island. I'm trying to tell you. There you go, Rodney. Shake them shoulders up, brother. Get them shoulders. I like that, Rodney. All right, the last game that everybody it seems to be, and I'm with everybody on this one. I want to see my boy Jayden Daniels do his thing. I just don't think the Washington Commanders got enough to beat the Detroit Lions because Detroit is playing great ball on every single cylinder. Mo, what's your take on this, Mo?
Let me see. The Phillies are in. We talked about the NFC East Cowboys, NFC East Eagles, and we're going to talk about the NFC East Commanders. They got to lose, man. They got to lose. No, Detroit is that team. They are that team. And I got Detroit to take the whole NFC and to lose in the Super Bowl to Baltimore. Detroit is going. Detroit needs this. The city of Detroit needs this because they ain't got nothing else. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? They ain't had nothing since Eminem. So they need this in Detroit, but they're gonna lose in the Super Bowl.
Dave, you hear that? You standing 10 toes down on that, Dave?
Listen, I'm gonna just say this, Frank. Let's just be honest. This game is a game, Frank, where if God, I don't even want to say it, but it's the truth. The only people who are going to lose this game are people who are watching this game sober. Detroit fans clearly are delusional, and they're already practicing their Super Bowl speeches. Meanwhile, Washington is just trying to figure out who or what their mascot is identifying as. So, this is the opposite of the Ravens game, bro. This is something we have to do just to do it. It's like Easter speeches when you have a black grandmama. You don't want to stand up there in that tight ass outfit, but you don't have no choice in the matter. But we're gonna get through it together. It's going to be as painless as it's going to be, but it's still a necessary evil.
He said pain is going to be standing up there. Mr. Rodney Perry, is this going to be the ass tore off game that we were talking about that you didn't say that was going to happen? Is this the one?
I like the Commanders, man. I really like the Commanders. I think Detroit, they like the Buffalo Bills. They waiting to fall apart. At some point, people going to be who they are. Like, I think Detroit been playing out of their mind for the last 2 years. And this is where we draw the line. They're not gonna even they're not gonna pass the Commanders. And the Commanders ain't that good, but they good enough. I'm taking the Commanders.
What? You taking the Commanders? Really?
I'm taking the Commanders.
Wow, Rodney Perry is on an island by himself.
I'm picking. When in doubt, bet on black.
Okay.
You know why? You know why he's picking the Commanders, right?
No, why he picking the Commanders?
He's from Chicago, man. Chicago and Detroit is a rivalry. No, they don't like each other.
That ain't got nothing to do with Rodney.
Rodney don't like Detroit. Rodney like Detroit about as much as he like Cleveland.
I love Cleveland. Matter of fact, I'll be in Cleveland Valentine's weekend at the Funny Bone.
That's the only time he like Cleveland is when he at the Funny Bone.
Hey, no, let me tell you something. It's better to be in the city when their team win. I tell you that.
Yeah, try to tell you. Shout out to my boy Marlon Randolph. We're gonna have to get you up here, Marlon talk a lot of trash about Detroit. You know that, Rodney. You know that he talk a lot of trash about.
I love Marlon Randolph. That's a great guy. Marlon Randolph is a great human being.
He's cool dude, and I love the way he's passionate about Detroit. This is one time I can say Detroit is gonna win this. I don't even think it's gonna be close. I think they're gonna get there. What'd you say, Rodney? Their ass tore off. Yeah, I think they're gonna do that. All right,
they're gonna be throwing pink gators around.
Oh, here we go with that. All right, so now we got all the picks. We got everybody to pick. And the last question I'm going to have before I start asking people where they're going to do this weekend and everything else, because we're getting ready to wrap up the show, is I got to find out Where is Michael Penix going to be QB1 for the Atlanta Falcons? And is that going to be it? Is he going to do that, Rodney? I'm going to start with you, Rodney. Like, do we see the Atlanta Falcons moving forward? Because Atlanta, just like New York and just like Detroit, and this fact, they got a huge fan base. Everybody wants to see this Penix kid ball out. So my last question of the show, Michael Penix QB number 1 and get rid of Kirk Cousins or keep him?
Oh, it's already a done deal. The kid looked great in the last game of the season. He looked great. They gave him the job. I believe it's his job going forward to lose and let barring them getting it. Kirk Cousins ain't never gonna see another starting job. Kirk Cousins gonna be starting over at that racetrack over there, and he gonna be pumping gas. You understand me? And but I like this kid. He looked great. And in the next 2 years, we'll see Atlanta in the hunt with that young boy.
You know what? I can stand behind that because Penix looked good. Penix looked like Jayden Daniels did this year. You know what I mean? That little brief period of time. He looked
better. He looked better.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he put his thing together. Okay, so Rodney, before I let you go on the show, everything else, what's your stunning prediction that you got? What's your stunning prediction of the weekend? What's something that we're gonna come back and say? Rodney Perry said this, by Monday morning.
I'm glad you asked me that, Frank. I predict that my wife won't walk in front of the TV while I'm watching it. That's stunning, because she always do it. Get your ass away from the TV, lady.
She ain't watching this, Rodney.
You don't give a damn. She said, what you doing? I'm watching the game.
She ain't watching now, though, right?
I don't want none of your cootie cat.
Rodney, you about to be sleeping on the couch this weekend. Oh, no.
Nobody scared of her.
Okay. She just got the car. Yeah, you looking right. Yeah, you looking right.
He cut the Wi-Fi.
Podcast in the car, she put me out.
Rodney, thank you for joining the show, man. I appreciate you. How can we follow you? Give us your stats, bro.
I'm easy to find Rodney Perry live on all social media. The brand new podcast is called Comedy and Crime. This weekend, the Baltimore Comedy Factory. I sell out in Baltimore. Baltimore, my number 1 city, and Lamar Jackson is coming to the game to come to shows.
He is?
No, he's not. He might. I think he's busy. But
yeah, he might be busy for the next couple of weeks, Rodney.
All jokes aside, man. Great show, Frank. Great to see Box Seats back. I was thinking about it. Me and Bully talked the other day. We were way ahead of the power curve 3 years ago, and so it's glad to see Box Seats come back.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. We're gonna start doing things a little bit different. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna try. Thanks, Rodney.
It's exactly the same, Frank. Exactly the same.
But you'll see. You'll see. But I like the hat, though, Rodney. I like that hat. There you go. That, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. Rodney Perry. Thank him for joining the show, man. Appreciate Rodney Perry joining the show. Dave, before I let you go up out of here and you roll up out of here, Dave, let me just ask you, what do you see as the bright spot, the shocking moment? What's the thing that you think we're going to see before the weekend rolls out? What you think?
Bruh, the Eagles are going to destroy everything. They're going to tear somebody's ass out.
Say that one more time. Make sure you got a full screen.
They're going to tear somebody's ass out.
You think so?
I hope so.
As long as you didn't say eat. That's all I asked.
Nah, bro. I'm not.
Oh God! Oh my God!
You and Mrs. Holder doing the privacy of your own sex dungeon is your own business, bro.
Oh my God! Where has this show gone to?
I thought he was going to, because he always does, Mo. He always does. He goes to that. He goes there. You know what I mean?
You the one talking about eating ass. I'm sitting up here.
I did not put those two words together. I did not put those two words
together.
I
said eat and ass. You can't even listen without being a pervert, Frank. Run this thing back. I said eat and ass together. I didn't say eating, period, ... ass. Okay. Anyway, yeah, man, I'm super thrilled, super excited, man. I am happy that I'm going to be doing absolutely nothing this weekend but watching football. I'm very excited about that. And Mo done shrunk down to a large, so I had nobody to get my fat clothes to. So if you are a big back in need of some very expensive polo gear that I can no longer wear, please, davidbusinessbullyshow.com or follow me at the Business Bully. I got something for you, Lardo. Come on, get your old clothes.
Dave, how much weight did you lose, bro?
312 pounds.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on that, bro.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Right. Old Country Buffet wrote me letters like, come back, please. We're down 27% across the board. we need you back. They wanted me to suit up like Pippen was begging Jordan to come back to wear the 4-5.
Hold on. You was eating 27% of their margin. That's what you was eating.
That's their estimates. I feel it might be higher than that, Frank. But I will tell you again, I'm just off of protein shakes right now. I'm going to go into the kitchen and work on my macros, see if I can put together a chicken salad with light olive oil mayonnaise. Frank, it's going to be lovely. But yeah, Mo, I'm so proud of you, bro. You look great. You know, isn't it nice to have one neck? Like, what's it like for you to go from having like a Thanos level gonad set of double, triple chins to just having one chin? I just want to. Oh, okay. So it's just me. All right, now
it's just
look at here, pulled pork. All right,
Mo, what you think is going to be your surprise for the weekend, man? Like, what do you expect to see? Like, what's your big when we turn around Monday? What's your thing that we're gonna say? Oh wow, we didn't see that coming.
You know what? My surprise thing that we ain't gonna see coming.
Okay, well, we won't see coming either. We ain't see that.
You won't see. My surprise thing that we won't see coming, that is gonna be a lot of missed field goals. I bet you there's a lot of missed field goals this weekend.
I think we're gonna see something to that. I think that we can expect.
It's gonna be a lot of. It's gonna be a miss. It's gonna be a terrible missed field goal in Buffalo.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you're standing on that. I want to thank everybody for watching the show. Big shout out to Renee Gaynor Parkner. Renee always a supporter of the show. I also got to thank Marlon Randolph for chiming in on the show. My girl Trina, I ain't seen Trina in a very long time. Trina, thank you for Chanel, Shane, Rita Williams. She joined the show. Thank you for her. A couple other people whose names I missed, and I'm seeing people on YouTube that I can't see their names. They joined in too. Thank you for that. Thank you all for obviously chiming in, supporting, and leaving your funny comments, because these dudes here, boy, and Rodney Perry and Dave and of course Mo, like, y'all, thank you for bringing the show and bringing it to the show. I also got to thank my producers behind the show, and I got to give a quick shout out to my man, Mr. White Chocolate, behind the scenes. White Chocolate, what's up, man? How you doing?
How we doing, Frank? How you doing, guys?
All right.
What's
Thank
happening?
you for bringing in the show and producing the show. Thank you all for doing that. Steve, you want to say one quick statement before we leave? And my man got to give Kev, my man, another. Kev is the dude. Kev gave us the statement today about the LeBron James Maverick Carter question. I thought that was a great statement. I love that. We're gonna talk about that for a while. And Steve hit me up with some great questions too. Great topics too. Appreciate that. Steve, you got something you want to leave us with before I sign out?
Yeah, listen, I think that Baltimore versus KC in the AFC Championship game is a bigger draw, so I don't see Houston beating them. You got Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson. That's going to be a bigger draw. And I already told you, Frank, in Kansas City, Taylor Swift can't go home sad. So to Bully's point, it's scripted. I watch wrestling. I know how it goes. I've been telling you for years now that I think that the crap is scripted. And so it's, Kansas City again. And they just can't have Taylor Swift going home sad.
Yeah.
Just can't have it.
All right. Well, all y'all going to be wrong. I can't wait to tune in on Monday. But thank you guys for tuning in. Some of you guys are going to probably be here tomorrow. We'll see. We'll figure out the schedule, work it all out. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys for doing everything you're doing. Box Seats is back 5 to 6 every single day. I'm your host, Frank. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again. Peace.